Hi guys, today we're going to read Flat Stanley by Kate Egan, created by Jeff Brown and pictured by Mackie Petunen. Right there it says. Oh no, yeah. Right there. Stanley Long. Oh, we're only going to read one chapter. Stanley Lambchop is the younger brother. Arthur was sitting on the couch at home. Arthur held a world map open on his lap and a pencil in his hand. How about here, he said, twirling the pencil in the air and poking the map with the eraser. Stanley looked at the spot. He shook his head. I don't think so, he said. That place is in the middle of the ocean. Arthur looked down at the map and said, okay then, how about he twirled his pencil and poked his map again. Here. Stanley smiled. That's Canada, he told Arthur. We've been there before, remember? The brothers were trying to pick a place to go for a family trip, but they were having a hard time. In most families, Stanley knew that the kids didn't get to choose where their family went on vacation, but his family was not like most families. That was because Stanley was not like most kids. Stanley, in fact, was one of a kind. One day, a bulletin board had fallen on him in his bedroom wall and left him as flat as a piece of paper. This made some things hard for Stanley. He had to admit sometimes clothes did not fit him, and he had to make sure he didn't blow away on one day. Being so flat had to be also made him famous, and because he was famous, the lantern had traveled all over the world. That's the bulletin board falling on him. Stanley and his family were already almost every continent. They had seen the United States from San Francisco to New York. They had seen a lot of the world from the African plains and Australia outback. They had gone to many special tours and even on secret missions, but that only made it harder to choose where they would go next. This is it, said Arthur. He closed his eye and twirled his pencil one time. He landed on his eraser, right on the Lambchop's hometown. We can't take a trip there, Stanley pointed out. We are already there right now. Arthur threw his pencil and folded his arms in frustration. Then what are we gonna do? He grumbled. There has to be another way, Stanley thought. Maybe we can make a list, he suggested, of what kind of places we visit. Arthur asked. No, said Stanley. Let's make a list of the things like we do on our trip. First, we make the things that we want to do, and we can figure out where we do those things. Stanley stood up and ran to his room to grab a notebook and a pencil. He sat back down next to Arthur and gave him an example. I would like to go swimming, he said. We should go on a place that is near the ocean or a lake. Pictures. Wait, let's see. Okay. Oh, said Arthur, I'd like to go swimming too. I also like to ride a roller coaster. Good, Stanley said, taking notes. I would like to climb a mountain. Arthur added, I would like to eat the world's best ice cream. The brothers continued going back and forth listening to their ideas. Stanley wanted to scuba dive. Arthur wanted to see a circus. Stanley wanted to stay at a big hotel. Arthur wanted to buy a funny t-shirt. Stanley kept writing in his notebook. The list grew and grew until they had 2 pages of ideas. That is when they realized something. I think we have a problem, he told his brothers. What if there isn't a place where we can do all these things? Arthur sank back into his couch pillows. Do we have to start all over? Stanley got up and walked around the living room. He looked at a bookshelf for ideas. His family did not have any books about grave vocations, or at least not about grave vocations, not volcanoes. They could take in the future. They didn't have books about grave vacations. They had taken in the past. The family photo albums were right in the middle of the bookshelf. Last page. Stanley had an idea. I think we should make another list, he told his brother. Not again, Arthur complained. Not the same kind of list, Stanley promised. Let's look through our old pictures and make a list of the best part of all those trips. Whatever worked well before you will help us figure out what to do next. He handed Arthur a thick photo album. Ready for the trip down memory lane? And that is where we'll stop. Bye.